Good evening, everyone. When you hear the names Titanic or Britannic, you likely think of tragedy and loss at sea. But there was a third sister, the firstborn of the Olympic-class trio, who lived a life so long and storied that she became a legend in her own right. Today, I want to tell you the story of the RMS Olympic, the old reliable of the White Star Line. Part 1. A new era of luxury. Launched in October 1910, the Olympic was the largest and most luxurious ship the world had ever seen. Standing over 880 feet long, she was essentially the prototype for her more famous sister, the Titanic. She featured the iconic grand staircase, Turkish baths, and a gymnasium. For a brief period in 1911, she was the undisputed queen of the ocean. However, her career wasn't without early drama. Just 5 voyages in, she collided with a British warship, the HMS Hawke, which tore a massive hole in her hull. This incident was actually a turning point in history. Repairing the Olympic required parts meant for the Titanic, which delayed Titanic's maiden voyage by several weeks, placing it right in the path of the iceberg that would eventually sink it. Part 2. The Night of the Titanic. On the night of April 14, 1912, the Olympic was 500 miles away, heading toward England. When she received the Titanic's distress calls, she turned at full speed to help. But the distance was too great. After the disaster, the Olympic underwent a massive safety refit. Engineers added an inner skin to her hull and raised her watertight bulkheads. She became one of the safest ships on the Atlantic, though she spent the rest of her life in the shadow of her sister's ghost. Part 3. War and Old Reliable. When World War I broke out, the luxurious liner was painted in dazzle camouflage and renamed HMT Olympic for troop transport. She carried over 200,000 soldiers, navigating through active combat zones where many other ships were lost. Her most incredible moment came in May 1918. Spotted by a German U-boat, the Olympic didn't run. Instead, she turned and rammed the submarine, sinking it instantly. To this day, she remains the only merchant vessel in history credited with sinking an enemy warship by ramming. This bravery earned her the nickname Old Reliable. Part 4. The Golden Years and Retirement. In the 1920s, the Olympic returned to her former glory. She became a favorite for celebrities like Charlie Chaplin and members of the British royal family. However, time and the Great Depression eventually caught up to her. By 1935, newer, faster ships had arrived. After 24 years of service and more than 1.8 million miles traveled, she was retired and sold for scrap. But the Olympic didn't just disappear. If you visit the White Swan Hotel in England today, you can still dine among her original wood paneling and mirrors, which were salvaged before her hull was broken apart. Conclusion: the RMS Olympic proved that the design of the superliners wasn't a failure. It was a feat of engineering that just needed a chance to succeed. While her sisters are remembered for how they sank, the Olympic is remembered for how she sailed. She was a war hero, a luxury icon, and truly the old reliable of the seas. Thank you.